Hello, everyone. Today, I had a chance to see a handful of dear friends of mine, people I love very much, who I have not seen in a very, very long time, months and months. We socially distanced, we wore masks, we kept our time together brief, but it just fed my soul. It did my heart good. And at first, after it was over, I was really enveloped in sadness because it just made me realize how long we've been going through this pandemic with the hand washing and the mask wearing and not touching your face and standing in queue and practicing social distancing and only going out when it is an essential reason to go out and otherwise stay home. And then for whatever reason, I thought of Passover, which does and does not work in this case as a metaphor. Let's sit with that, shall we? The Passover is the Jewish celebration of God's liberating the Israelites from Egyptian slavery. And God commanded the Israelites in the Hebrew Bible to remember that important event each year on the 14th day of the Jewish month of Abib, which was later called Nisan. The word Passover refers to the time when God spared the Israelites from the calamity that killed every firstborn in Egypt. It was awful. It must have been, right? And except for the firstborn of every family in Egypt being killed, it was this awesome demonstration of God's power. But as usual, there's more to the story, right? If you go back into this story, say Exodus chapter 12 and chapter 13, what you will see is that Moses and Pharaoh were in a contest, right? My God's stronger than your God. Oh yeah, my gods are stronger than your God. Oh yeah, my God's stronger than your God. And thus came the 12 plagues on Egypt to show that the Hebrew God was more powerful than Pharaoh's gods, and then Pharaoh would let the people go. Now, he changed his mind, and they go after him, and the whole Red Sea thing happens, but that's like a whole different video. The thing is, there's this idea of about the power of God providing for us, and it was a plague that swept through Egypt in a night, taking the firstborn of every family who had not sacrificed a lamb or a goat and put the blood on the doorpost so that the spirit of death would pass you by. And the truth is, there is no sacrifice or blood or action that you can do to your home or in your heart or with your faith that can protect you from the COVID-19 virus. You'll either get it or you won't. It'll either make you really sick or you won't. It'll take your life or it won't. It doesn't discriminate based on faith or creed. But we do have these things we can do. Instead of making a sacrifice of a lamb and putting blood on the doorpost, we're making the sacrifice of our personal freedoms by saying, I'm only going to take essential trips. I'm going to wear my mask, not because it keeps me safe, but because my mask keeps me from giving it to everyone else if I'm asymptomatic and have it and don't know it. And when I see everyone else wearing a mask, they're wearing it to keep me from getting what they have in case they are asymptomatic and they don't know it. So I have to wear my mask for others. And then others wear their masks for us, for me. It's a face mask theology, right? I think I've talked about this before. We need to love and care for one another. The pandemic is teaching us that the entire world is in this together. And that gives me hope. That gives me a lot of hope. And God only knows how long this is going to last. And I miss my friends so bad, right? It's so hard. Can we just acknowledge how hard this is? Oh, this is so hard. But we need to continue loving one another. We need to continue washing our hands, not touching our face, wearing masks, only going out when needed. But you know what else we need to do? We need to reach out to each other in new ways. Phone calls, text messages, emails, right? Even a drive-by if it's safe. Because just because we can't do things the way that we always did them doesn't mean that we can't do things in new ways. That's what we learned with church and worship, right? I mean, Holy Trinity is a pretty small church, but we are rocking worship online. We're learning as we go. Last week, I thought I erased the whole service, but I didn't. Thank goodness, but I could have. And if I did, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. Would have felt like it, but it wouldn't have been. So find new ways of doing things. That's Dexter's tail, by the way. He says hello. Oh, hi, Dexter. Find new ways of doing things. Embrace connecting to each other in new and different ways. You know those people who you just bumped into every once in a while and it always made you feel good? Well, now you're not bumping into those people every once in a while. And they're lonely, just like we are. So pick up a phone, give them a call, send an email, send a text. It'll be okay. In fact, it'll be better than okay. We reach out to each other. It'll be great. It's not going to be easy, but it's always worth it. This crazy little thing called life and love. My name is Pastor Rob, and this is our 5-minute meditation. Holy Trinity Community Church. Together, we are the difference.